shadows asleep amidst the trees. Bats all a swaying in the breeze. But one soul lies anxious, wide awake, fearing all manner of ghouls, hags, and wraiths. For your dolly Polly sleep has flown. Don't dare let her tremble alone, for the witcher, heartless cold.
Welcome back everyone, my name is LastKnownMeal and today we are going to talk about The Witcher 3 Blood and Wine DLC / expansion. Well, more precisely, we are going to talk about the vampires in the Witcher universe. Since vampires are going to be a huge part of the DLC, I wanted to clarify them in this video as much as I could. Now, there are two big types of vampires in The Witcher. We have lower and higher vampire species. Now, the lower vampire species being Echimara, Fleder, Garcane, and Plumard. Plumard is the only vampire we didn't see in the Witcher games so far. The ones I counted before, we did. Now, we actually saw Fleder in the Blood and Wine trailer that they released. In like 1 second, we see a Fleder feeding on a human blood, and basically that's a lower vampire, but even though Fleder is a lower grade vampire, he is actually very strong and dangerous as well. Now we move on to those higher grade of vampires. Now they're basically a lot more stronger than the ones I counted before, and the first one that we're talking about is Nosferatu, which we didn't see in the game, but he does appear in the books, and there is a slight chance that he's going to appear in the Blood and Wine DLC. Now the next one that I'm looking forward to most is basically Bruja. Now Bruja, you saw her in the CGI trailer for the base game, and she is going to appear in the Blood and Wine DLC. We are going to fight against her, and she is scary, strong, and fast as hell, and she's actually one of those hard bosses. But anyway, the next one that I want to talk about is called Mula. Now Mula was removed from the base game from The Witcher 3, but I actually do believe we are going to see him in the DLC, because look, this DLC is all about vampires, and they actually removed him for some reason. Maybe he didn't fit in the base game, maybe they saved him up for this DLC, but overall, from the picture that was leaked, he is actually looking quite scary, and I can't wait to fight him if they do actually put him in the DLC. Then we have the Katakan that we fought in the Witcher 3 base game. I don't know if we're going to fight them again in the Blood and Wine, but if we do, it's going to be one hell of a fight. And after that, I have one type of vampires I'm also looking forward to, and they're called Alp or Alpor. Now, basically they look like Brujas, but you can kind of separate them because they have spots on their body and they have longer claws as well. But again, they're also dangerous type of vampire, and if they do appear in the Blood and Wine, they're probably going to appear as some kind of a boss. And after all of them, we have the strongest kind yet, the ones that are so dangerous that no Witcher in their right mind takes a contract against them, the actual higher vampires. Now, even though Brujas, Alps, and the ones I mentioned before do fall under higher vampires, these ones are on the top of the pyramid. They are strong, fast, intelligent, and also immortal. They are actually extremely rare and do not pose direct threat to humans because they don't need blood to survive, unlike their cousins. The most popular high vampire is Emil Regis, a true friend of Geralt. He appears in the books, but in the game he only appears as a card in Gwent. But there is a lot of rumors surrounding this DLC that he could appear in it, and basically that could be true because look, this DLC is revolving around vampires, and I see no reason why they shouldn't put him in this DLC, because look, he already appeared as a Gwent card, and that could be a hint that we are going to see him in this DLC. Now, vampires in Sapkowski's universe are a bit different than the ones we know about. First off is that they're not affected by silver, but in the video game every single vampire is going to be fought with a silver sword. I mean the ones that I know about, because in the Blood and Wine DLC when we fight the Bruja, Geralt is using a silver sword, so I think that every other vampire is going to be fought with a silver sword. Now, if they do bite you, you're not going to turn into a vampire, and basically, you're more likely die if they drain your blood rather than becoming a vampire, because in Sapkowski's universe, you do not become a vampire, you are actually born as a vampire, so that's kinda cool. Now, actually, the first vampires appeared after the conjunction of spheres, so before that, there were no vampires on that world. Now, some of those vampires don't even actually have to avoid the sun, and some of them are almost impossible to kill. For example, Regis was once decapitated, staked through the heart, sprinkled with holy water, buried underground, and he still survived. I mean, the good thing is, he is on our side. I mean, if he wasn't, I wouldn't be able to fight that thing. I mean, just wow. But again, in the video game, they're not going to be that strong, and we will be able to defeat them, since my theory is that there is a very strong vampire lurking in Toussaint, and we're probably going to fight him as a final boss or something like that. Now, in one of the videos that CD Projekt Red showed us, we see a hooded vampire, I believe he's a vampire, that can go through objects and people and run really fast, probably a Mula, but again, it's all open for discussion. So guys, that is pretty much it I have for this video, but don't forget to comment down below, tell me what you think about this, and if you know something more, then don't forget to share it down below, and don't forget to smash that like and subscribe button. So LastKnownMeal signing out, and stay classy everyone, bye bye.